Hi, everyone. We are talking today about giving presentations and maintaining our energy and interest while doing so. And we're on tip 4, which is keep it enthusiastic and engaging while being professional and informed. So you have this dual responsibility as a presenter. You should both inform and you should entertain. And you want to balance the two by using those appropriate business terms, but you want to give them in a lively and energetic tone. And research shows that that people enjoy watching presentations where the presenter has a higher energy level. And also there is research on buying. And if you think of your presentation as acting in a play or acting in a commercial, just because it's a commercial does not mean that it needs to be boring or pedantic or stodgy or dull, right? It can be energetic and it can be interesting. And when you're presenting and you're giving this play, you should be thinking that you're essentially trying to sell something to the audience. And what you're trying to sell them is an idea, a concept. You're trying to sell them you. And so when we look at research on sales, it's really effective for giving presentations and telling us a little something more about what people want to see in a presentation. So there's sales research that shows that people buy from salespeople that they like. They are more likely to spend more money when the salesperson is friendly, when they smile. And the same is true in a presentation. People are more likely to rate you higher as a presenter and say good things about your presentation skills when they like you, when you've sold yourself on them, when you smile. So you have that job of selling yourself, and you also have the job of conveying a certain image about yourself. And you can do this a number of different ways. The image that you want to portray is that you're confident, that you've got this, that you know this, that this is your subject matter and you're the subject matter expert. So beyond smiling, you also want to sit up straight or stand up straight. You want to take a powerful stance, be confident. When there's research on this as well, when you have a powerful stance, it comes across in your voice, and people are more likely to respond to you, to believe you, and to buy what you're selling, So that's the one thing about confidence. It's very similar to extroversion. It doesn't have to be real in order for it to be effective. So you can effectively fake confidence and get the same effects as if the confidence were real. You can fake it till you make it. And part of faking it till you're making it is you never say sorry in a presentation. Never admit to a mistake. I mean, in real life, yes, but not in a presentation. You want them to feel like you meant to do that. And honestly, the only one who can tell the audience that you made a mistake is you. You're the only one who truly knows what's supposed to be in this presentation. So if you don't tell us you made a mistake, we will never know it. We'll never know it. So just roll with it, right? So maybe there's some long pause, you say, and I hope during that pause you had some time to think. Right? Whatever it is, just pretend like you meant to do that. We're never going to know, right? So another thing that you want to think about is at the end of the presentation, we need to know that it's the end, okay? So you want to keep it short. We talked about this, but you also want to make sure that you're ending as strong as you started, and in such a way that people get it, that this is over, right? You don't want to necessarily just say, well, that was it, right? That was the end. Why didn't you know that, right? No, you actually want to let people know that this is the presentation is over. And a lot of times you'll see people saying, and now, are there any questions? that's an okay ending, but it would be better for you to first end the presentation and then ask, are there any questions? It's more relevant and important in a live face-to-face presentation, but it's still important in a digital presentation as well. People need to know that now is the time to ask questions, and have responses for when you don't know something. Don't say, I don't know, ever. Instead, say, well, that was outside of the scope of my investigation or our investigation, and I'll get back to you on that, if you will get back to them. If not, just let them know that wasn't something that we covered in this particular topic, but it's interesting, perhaps it's something we might cover in the future, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. In the Q&A, most presentations have time at the end for Q&A. If you do have time for Q&A, make sure that people know what the system is for asking questions, and make sure that when you ask and answer questions, that you're controlling the audience, that you're the one who's dictating what's going on, or you've designated somebody to do that, and you answer the questions quickly. Always, again, leave them wanting more. So one breath response, or one sentence is what I used to say, but now I realize sometimes 2 sentences is necessary, but not more than that. If we want more as an audience, we'll ask you. Don't make them sick of hearing from you. Instead, make them want more. So join me in just a bit for tip number 5, and I'll tell you a little bit about how important it is to know the tech.